The Shotgun Rule is a crime book set in a San Francisco Bay Area suburb in the summer of 1983. It follows a group of 4 teenage delinquents, 4 boys, and they're really crappy kids. You know, I mean, they all have good hearts, but they're booze-swilling, drug-taking juvenile delinquents. They like a little trouble. They like to get a little drunk. They like to get a little stoned. They like to break into a car every now and then. They like to skin their knuckles and get a little bit bloody. They come from a lower middle class background. They all have good hearts, sort of. And they buzz around town on their BMX bikes looking for something entertaining to do on a long, hot summer. The Arroyo brothers are ostensibly the bad guys. They're the guys that are set up in opposition to my 4 teenage, I guess they're heroes, although they don't act like it very much. And when you first meet the Arroyos, what you hear about them is that they're the town badasses and they're nothing but trouble. And when you get inside their house, you find out that they've got a bicycle chop shop, which if you're a teenage boy, somebody who's a bike thief is just the worst thing, especially if you've ever had your bike stolen. And I had my bike stolen when I was a kid. But as you dig deeper into the Arroyos, you find out that, as with all the boys, and this is something that I tend to believe myself, is that there's generally a reason why people do shitty things. My books do tend to be on the dark side and the violence. I think that that's putting it generously. I think my books are very dark and very violent. Blood-soaked and vulgar might be the appropriate adjectives. Drug culture, drug use is a major factor in the Shotgun Rule. What kind of research did I do into drug culture? I did the kind of research that stupid boys do when they're bored and they have access to drugs. I read a reader review of my first novel at one point, and this woman in a review said she'd been looking for a playful comic novel. She thought from what she had read about that novel that she had found what she was looking for. She wrote, Mr. Huston certainly has a way with words, 4-letter words, particularly ones that start with F. The most vulgar thing I've ever read. I would like to think that anyone who enjoys a good story with a plot that moves quickly, who likes gritty crime, will like these books, and that the violence will be understood in context and the language will be understood in context, and that anybody who wants a page turner that's not necessarily the usual stuff is going to like these books.